The quiet moon. In the year 2378, humanity had stretched its exploratory fingers into the darkest corners of space, driven by an insatiable hunger for knowledge and conquest. Aboard the state-of-the-art starship Liberty's Reach, Captain Aaron Hayes, whose steely gaze had witnessed countless wonders and horrors alike, commanded a crew of brilliant scientists, fearless marines, and curious explorers. They had seen phenomena that defied conventional logic, but nothing could have prepared them for what awaited in the distant Aurelia system. As the Liberty's Reach cruised along the outskirts of known space, its sensors unexpectedly latched onto a faint irregular energy signal emanating from a small satellite orbiting a massive gas giant. At first glance, the object appeared to be an unremarkable moon, a cold, barren rock, pockmarked by ancient craters and bathed in the ethereal light of far-off stars. However, subtle inconsistencies in its energy readings and anomalous gravitational fluctuations hinted at something more complex hidden beneath its dusty exterior. Gathered on the bridge, officers exchanged wary glances as Captain Hayes addressed them in a measured yet resolute tone. "We've encountered a peculiar object, a moon that isn't behaving like any we've seen before. I want full sensor sweeps and orbital probes. Deployed immediately. Prepare for an uncharted encounter." A palpable tension filled the room as data poured in. The monitors displayed shifting magnetic fields, transient energy pulses, and sporadic bursts that defied standard astronomical models. There was an unmistakable sense of anticipation, as if the moon itself was harboring secrets that could alter the course of humanity's future. In that quiet moment, as the crew set their course for this mysterious satellite, none could have foreseen that they were about to step into a story that would rewrite what it meant to explore the unknown. The Awakening. After days of steady orbit and painstaking analysis, the moon began to reveal its hidden nature. The shuttle carrying a specialized landing party separated from the Liberty's Reach and descended through a swirling atmosphere of charged particles and ghostly clouds. As Lieutenant Miranda Chen led her team toward the surface, the once stagnant terrain came to life. The landing zone was a vast, desolate expanse of lunar plains, interspersed with bizarre alien formations. Ridges of rock shifted imperceptibly under their feet, and the very ground vibrated as if in response to an unseen heartbeat. Suddenly, deep fissures cracked open and pulsed with bioluminescent energy, casting eerie glows across the landscape. Miranda's voice, steady yet filled with wonder, broke the silence as she recorded her observations. "It's as though the moon is awakening. Every step we take reveals new, inexplicable phenomena, a dynamic interplay of geological forces and energy that challenges everything we know about inert celestial bodies." The landing party discovered that the moon's surface was marked by cryptic symbols and intricate patterns, etched deeply into the rock by an ancient hand. These markings, glowing softly under the influence of the moon's latent energy, hinted at a history long forgotten, a civilization that had once revered and possibly even controlled this enigmatic body. As the explorers gathered samples and documented their surroundings, the true scale of the discovery began to sink in. The moon was not simply coming to life. It was communicating its own story through the trembling of its crust and the silent rhythm of its energy pulses. Back aboard the Liberty's Reach, scientists pored over the data with growing excitement and apprehension. What had initially been dismissed as a minor anomaly was rapidly transforming into a phenomenon of epic proportions. The moon was not just active, it was sentient in a way that defied all prior understanding. Counterattack. Before humanity could fully comprehend the moon's nature, it made a dramatic, unprovoked move. As a small landing party ventured further from the shuttle, driven by a mix of scientific curiosity and military caution, the ground beneath them suddenly convulsed. What had been a slowly shifting landscape erupted into violent motion. The moon's surface split open in a thunderous burst of energy. Seismic tremors shook the landing party to its core, and brilliant flashes of light illuminated the dark, alien terrain. Massive energy tendrils shot upward from deep fissures, coalescing into a formidable barrier of force and light. The previously dormant satellite was now reacting with hostile determination. Captain Hayes, watching the unfolding chaos from the bridge of the Liberty's reach, barked urgent orders as he observed the unfolding disaster. All units, fall. Back! The moon is not passive, it's fighting back! Panic briefly rippled through the ranks as the landing party scrambled to secure their retreat. Vehicles were tossed aside like leaves in a cosmic storm, and a cacophony of alarms filled the communication channels. The moon's countermeasures were unlike any terrestrial defense system. It employed what could only be described as a fusion of seismic and electromagnetic warfare. Blasts of concentrated energy shattered rock and sent shock waves reverberating across the surface, making every step a perilous gamble. The very laws of physics seemed to bend in response to its will, as gravity fluctuated wildly, and time appeared to stutter in moments of intense combat. Humanity was now locked in a battle with a celestial force that had evolved beyond mere geological phenomena. AI, force determined to defend its ancient secrets at all costs. The battle for the moon, realizing that a hasty retreat would mean abandoning a discovery that could redefine the boundaries of human achievement, Captain Hayes ordered a full-scale engagement. The conflict erupted on two fronts, in the vacuum of space above the moon and on its treacherous shifting surface below. In orbit, a fleet of agile starfighters engaged in a dazzling aerial ballet, weaving through cascades of energy blasts and explosive debris. Plasma cannons roared and missiles streaked through the void, their trajectories bending under the influence of the moon's erratic gravitational fields. Meanwhile, on the surface, elite ground forces, armored in the latest exosuits and equipped with energy shields, advanced cautiously over a landscape that was as hostile as it was unpredictable. Amid the chaos, Captain Hayes rallied his troops with a fervor born of necessity and defiance. "We're not just fighting for our lives. We're fighting for our right to explore the unknown. Let's show this celestial adversary the power of human resolve." His words, echoing through the comms, infused the beleaguered forces with renewed determination. On the ground, Sergeant Rivera led a squad through narrow, shifting passages between ancient rock formations. Every explosion, every cascade of energy, was a reminder that the moon was a living, breathing adversary, one that would not yield easily. The defenders adapted rapidly, using every bit of their training and ingenuity to outmaneuver the moon's relentless onslaught. With each counterattack, the tide of battle shifted subtly, as if the moon itself was testing humanity's limits, gauging their willingness to defy fate and stand their ground. Despite the overwhelming odds, the battle became a testament to human tenacity, a furious clash between a civilization determined to unlock the mysteries of the cosmos and an ancient, self-aware force that had long slumbered in silence. Human ingenuity. As the conflict raged, it became increasingly clear that raw force alone would not win the day. In the midst of the battle, a breakthrough emerged from the depths of human ingenuity. Dr. Elena Ramirez, one of the foremost xenotechnologists, aboard the Liberty's Reach, noticed a recurring pattern in the chaotic energy discharges of the moon. Every pulse, every violent surge seemed to follow an underlying rhythm, a cadence that hinted at a communicative purpose rather than sheer destruction. Rallying a team of scientists and engineers, Dr. Ramirez worked around the clock in a makeshift mobile lab aboard the ship. Using cutting-edge quantum modulation and signal processing, they began to decipher the moon's energy language. "It's not attacking randomly," she explained to an assembled group of officers. "There's a pattern, a message embedded within these pulses. We might be able to communicate with it if we play by its rules." The plan was audacious. Instead of continuing a direct assault, they would attempt to send a series of modulated signals designed to mirror the moon's own energy patterns. The idea was to appeal to the ancient intelligence embedded in the celestial body, a plea for dialogue rather than annihilation. As the first transmissions were sent out, tension gripped every corner of the ship. Every crew member watched the monitors, their hearts pounding with hope and fear in equal measure. Slowly, the tide began to turn. The moon's previously hostile surges diminished in intensity, giving way to softer, rhythmic pulses that seemed to acknowledge the human communication. It was as if the moon had shifted from a state of primal defense to one of cautious curiosity. The battlefield quieted momentarily, and in that pause, humanity found a rare opportunity to bridge the gap between two entirely different forms of existence. Through science and empathy, they had forged a fragile yet promising connection. AI, beacon of possibility in the darkness of space. A new dawn. With the immediate threat subdued and a dialogue established, the Liberty's Reach and its crew now faced a new challenge, transforming an erstwhile enemy into an enduring ally. Over the following days, the once turbulent moon evolved, visibly. Its surface, now bathed in gentle, pulsating light, revealed vast networks of crystalline structures and ancient circuitry that hinted at an advanced, long-forgotten civilization. Captain Hayes stood on the observation deck of his ship, watching the moon's metamorphosis with a mixture of relief and awe. "We've witnessed the impossible," he said in a broadcast that resonated throughout the fleet. "What we once feared is now a wellspring of untapped knowledge and potential. Today we mark the dawn of a new era, one where humanity and this ancient intelligence work together to chart a future of discovery and hope." Scientists, military strategists, and explorers alike poured into coordinated efforts to study and harness the moon's unique properties. Under the careful guidance of Dr. Ramirez and Lieutenant Miranda Chen, teams established communication arrays, deciphered more of the ancient inscriptions, and even began to map out the moon's internal structure. The hostile defenses that had once pounded relentlessly were gradually repurposed into a network of informational conduits, a repository of alien wisdom waiting to be unlocked. The transformation was more than technological. It was symbolic, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, capable of turning even the most fearsome adversary into a partner in progress. The moon became a living laboratory and a monument to what could be achieved when brute force was set aside in favor of understanding and cooperation. It was a beacon that illuminated the path forward for future generations, inviting humanity to explore, learn, and ultimately thrive in a universe that was as mysterious as it was magnificent. In that historic moment, as the first rays of a new dawn bathed the cosmos in hope, Captain Hayes and his crew knew that their encounter with the fighting moon would be remembered as a turning point, a reminder that even in the vast darkness of space, human ingenuity and empathy could illuminate the way toward a brighter, united future. This extended saga of cosmic conflict, profound discovery, and the triumph of human spirit serves as a timeless narrative. It reminds us that the universe, in all its mystery and danger, is a canvas upon which the unyielding will of humanity can paint stories of redemption, alliance, and eternal hope.